What is up? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to go do something that it's very rare that we do here on the channel or just in my life in general. And that is, it's Sunday and we're going to my classroom. So you might be wondering, why are you going to your classroom on a Sunday? If you have been watching the channel, I'm pretty strict about my contract hours and working out of those hours. It's very rare that happens. However, there are cases where I am just in my brain feeling like overwhelmed and that I just need an extra hour or two to just go get all the things done that I can that are just in my brain in a like mental to-do list. When I do this, when I go in my classroom out of contract hours, especially on a weekend, it makes me feel so much better and prepared for the week ahead. We have a really busy week ahead. I have meetings, we have like a small field trip we're going on, we have observations, we have all the things. We have state testing, so many things coming. Plus, I am going out of town the following Monday, Tuesday. I won't be at school. And so I need to just be prepared for that and those sub plans and all the things. I will share here on the channel those 2 days that I'm not going to be at school because they are something exciting and fun. And I will be vlogging the whole thing and posting a video here on the channel. And on top of the busy week ahead, the week that we just came out of was parent-teacher conference week. And so it has just been a whirlwind of so many things happening. I feel like this always happens in the school year where when something happens and goes on, everything always happens at once. Like everything is scheduled all at the same time. And it's like, oh my God, like it is, I'm drowning over here. And I hope I'm not alone in that feeling because it has been such a hard past couple of months even, but especially the past few weeks have been I'm just tired, you know, and I'm just counting down the days till spring break because I'm like, I just need a break. So yeah, busy past few weeks, feeling overwhelmed. We're gonna go take care of that feeling, go to the classroom. But in today's video, I'm going to be sharing all things parent-teacher conferences, how I plan them, what I send home, how I schedule them, what I have for students to do if they come with their parent, what I share at parent-teacher conferences, all the things, the details, everything. So that's what this video is. So if you have your parent-teacher conferences coming up, I hope you can get something from this video today. But with that being said, let's just get into the video. Okay, so I thought a good place to kind of start this video would be kind of how I go about scheduling the conferences. And so basically spring looks a little bit different than the fall because the fall I kind of see how or what their availability is from parents. However, the spring then I basically take my fall schedule and copy and paste. Sometimes I have to make like a couple like movements, but I do that and I just printed off a blank one to kind of show, but an Excel spreadsheet for this. And actually our school provides us, they make it for us and share it with us so we can just use it. And this is the best thing ever because then when I am about to do conferences, like the day before conferences, I will print this out and it will have like the students' names on it. And if they are in person or if they're virtual, like a Google Meet or phone call, because I offer all three of those things. Not all teachers do, but I do. And as I have their conference, I will highlight their name. If they were like a no-show, if they didn't answer the phone or whatever, I will leave their name blank and then I will try to get a hold of them again to reschedule. And so yes, again, I just organize all the conferences, the times, the dates, all on a spreadsheet like this, but obviously on my computer. And then once I have a schedule kind of made, I will send a form like this home. All of these forms that I'm about to show, I've made myself on Canva. But this one, it just kind of like says we're about to do conferences, and then I'll write the student's name, their date that I want that their conference is scheduled, and then the time the conference is scheduled, and they can confirm. I definitely think I need to add a couple more, like I need to add like a confirmation box on this one. I forgot to add that, like, yes, this works, or no, this does not. And then the other thing I need to do is add like I did in person or virtual, like which one would you prefer? However, in the future, I would add in person, Google Meet, or phone call, and then next to phone I would have them put the best number to reach them at. We do have it on our end, but I like for them, sometimes their phone numbers change and they don't update their information, and so that's always something. So that's some changes I would make to this in the future for next year. And then the other thing, that once we get to like the week of conferences, so basically we have like a week to do our conferences, and I typically try not to schedule any on Monday and Friday. I try to do all mine Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And so on Monday, I will send home a like paper reminder for the parent to remind them of their conference that week. And so if they are an in-person one, I sent this one home, which this is 2 of them, so I just cut it in half. Again, I made these things on Canva, but I will just put their child's name, their date and time, send it home as a reminder. If they were virtual, like phone call or Google Meet, I sent this one home, again, cut it in half, and same type of thing. That is like their reminder of their child's conference that week. Okay, next I want to share kind of what I put together to share to parents or show to parents. So each student has like a file folder like this in my classroom, and I just put their number on it so that way I can use these for years and years. So I put their class number on it, and then the first thing I do is I fill out this sheet, which again I made on Canva. And so it just kind of has like student information, and then I'll put their current grades, things they're showing progress in, something to work on, their state testing scores, and then any kind of like notes or anything that I need to make at the conference or parents want to jot down really quick at the conference. So I will fill this out for that student, put that in their file, and then I will also print out. So yes, I put their test scores on that sheet, but I will also go ahead and print out their test scores to kind of show a more in-depth look at that. And then I will also have the students do a little self-evaluation on themselves for the current time of the year. And so they will do like the different subjects during the day, and then different scenarios, put themselves in those different scenarios and kind of rate themselves on how they think they do. Parents always love this. This is always like a hit with conferences. I actually just started doing this year, and parents have loved it. So I'm going to continue doing this in the future. And then another thing that I add into their file is I like to try to add some kind of work, whether it's a writing piece that they did, whether it's like a craft or art piece that they did. I like to add something that they have created in the classroom to send home. And so like this time I did their writing from the 102nd day of school. I just kind of held on to that and then sent that home, and they loved it. It just adds a little like something cute and fun to the things we're talking about. Okay, so the next thing that I want to kind of mention is that when parents, families come for their conference, a lot of the time they will bring their child with them, and some parents like their child to just come in and sit quietly, but I always like to, just in case, put something out in the hallway that they can do and keep themselves occupied. And so I always just print off like coloring pages. So like this time I printed off some spring coloring pages and put a whole box of crayons out there, like a big tub of them, so that way they can have something to do and be entertained while we're in here doing the conference. Okay, so speaking of in the hallway, I will put this on my door on the outside, so when someone, like another parent, comes and I'm in a conference, they can see I'm in a conference. Please just hang out for a minute. I'll be with you shortly. So this one, of course, I had to do friends. If you know me, I love Friends, so how to do that, it just made sense. And then this, I make one. I have one for the fall too. I made these on Canva. And so I print it and put it in this frame. I use this frame for several different things throughout the year. And so I use it for conferences just to have like a cute sign. I'll put that in there and then put it on the table out in the hallway as well. I just like to add like a cute little touch, very welcoming. I just want it to be very inviting for parents as they come. And so I just like to add those cute little touches that don't take a lot of time. Okay, the last thing, which is honestly one of the most important things, is staying organized during your conferences. So I typically try to do mine, I said this in the beginning, but I try to do my conferences Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I only try to do one like late day. And so there is times where I will have conferences. So like this last week when I did conferences, Tuesday was my late day, which means I was here until like 6:30, 7 o'clock. And so I had conferences back to back to back to back. And so because of that, it is so crucial to stay organized. And I try to keep things simple while staying organized. And so I'll kind of show what I do for that, but it's not a lot, but it works really, really well. Okay, so on my back counter, I will put the like spreadsheet of my conferences and the schedule, as well as a highlighter. And as I have a conference, and I said this in the beginning, but I will highlight the name off. That way I can see I had that conference. Okay, what's my next one? And I will put, before my conferences even start, I will put all their files that have their numbers. I will put them in the order that I have my conferences. And so that way I know that it just grab the top one, highlight the name off. I just had that conference. Okay, grab the next one. And then I have a pile of conferences that I've already had. Their file folder should be empty. And then I have a stack of ones that were no shows, didn't answer the phone, didn't show up, something like that. Those are in another separate stack. As simple as that seems, and a lot of those things seem that I just shared, I feel like some of them are overlooked. And it's always the little things, the simplest things that make the biggest difference. And with that being said, I hope you got something from today's video. If you haven't had your parent-teacher conferences yet, I wish you good luck on those as you approach them. I know they can be stressful, but you got this. You're gonna just ride the wave and get through them. But like I said, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you next time. Bye.